Hi, I'm back. I kind of made a boo-boo. Told you I was going to bring you in for this coloring, and I was doing the green, and it was going so well. I went straight to the yellow, and then I was like, I was supposed to do a video. So let me catch you up on what's already done. Crayola, yellow, and then I grabbed golden yellow, then harvest gold, and then light brown. So what I did was I took and I colored all through here down to about there. Okay. Then I came in with the next yellow and I came from the bottom up and blended and came to about there. All right. So then I came over. Hang on a sec. Let's just do this. So here's a piece of paper. So we're doing this, right? So first, I did from here down. Then I did my second color. I came from here up, right? And see, it just blends so wonderfully. Then my third color came from here up, and I did this pretty good and then just faded. All right, and that gets us to there. So I've done that. And then for my last color, I've been coming in and trying to see where I stopped at. I'm doing just these corners. Just these little corners. Making sure my plastic's back there. And it doesn't show a whole lot, but just enough to anchor that petal down in there. Okay, and I've already done those. All right, so that's what you missed. Again, my apologies. We're going to go back a little bit there. Make sure you're in screen, and I'm going to sit down, and we're going to keep going. So I've got the same four colors. Now, because I used this one on the very edge, if I use it on the edges here, it's not going to show up, right? So what I'm going to do is all the way around, I'm going to go ahead and use the light, but I'm going to use it in the middle. So I would do this all the way around the flower. Got it? Then I would go to my second color and come in. That way, the color that's here at the tip is the color that's in the middle. And you can't tell a whole lot of difference, but that's okay. That just means we're blending well, because we don't want it to just stick out. We want it to all look well blended. So there's going to be just a little bit of difference between that top color and the colors right here at the edges. There we go. So then, thinking about that, as we come down, I'm going to use this color right here, because remember, our lightest color was here, so now our medium is here, right? Or our second color. And then I'm going to do the third color coming in to the second color. I'm just graduating how I put these on the paper so that the same colors are not right next to each other. And I think you can see that really helps to have a little bit of separation there. Now I don't want this dark either though, so I'm going to have to change it a little as I come down. So we did not use our darkest shade in this row or our lightest shade. So now on the top row we did these two. The next row we did these two. So now we're going to go back to the first two again. So I'm going to do the lightest up here. So see, now we've got this separation going on. And then I'm going to grab my third color. Nope. I bet I did. Did I just use my lightest or my second lightest? Fixing to find out. Yeah, I did that right. So now my second color is going to go here. So essentially, I used the same colors on the first one and the third one, okay? And now I'm going to use the same colors on the second one and the fourth one. So first and third, second and fourth. So I'm going to put this one back in. I did use these two. This time I'm going to use these two, and I'm going to put some of that in. So now, coming up with this color, and because I use this color right here, I'm only going to use it a little bit. And then I'm going to go straight on to that next shade. And we should get a difference going on then because of that. So here I'm going to come all the way up, because as I go over that, it will make it a little bit lighter than this, but not the same as up here. Okay, it just changes and makes like a new color because we're going over the top. Now the other thing I can do too is I can come up right through here with this color, just to help make that look like it's tucked back down in there. And I would do this all the way around the whole flower. What I was originally going to do was do this coming all the way in, but then I realized these lines don't line up with this. See how they're off? So then that told me this circle is a piece all in and of itself and will need to be treated differently. So, and I'll show you in a minute what I have in mind for that. I hope you're enjoying this. It's a wonderful book. I've not had any regrets on getting this book. And I think the books are almost always on sale at Mardell's. But the fact that this was in the bargain book area for $5, I think it was $5. I don't think it was $3, but it might have been. But again, just wonderful book. Okay, now I've got my darkest one. And I'm going to go ahead and do that little bitty skinny along the edge there too. Just a little. So a little bit on that skinny. And then get in here and do this. And that should give us that effect that it's tucked down in there. Now, on this, what I've been thinking about doing, I want to do this in gel pen so that it's glittery. And this also. But then this part, I was toying with, do I do a different color or the same color? I think what I'm going to do is I've got my lightest shade here. And I would do this all the way around, okay? In fact, let's go ahead and do that. How are we time-wise? Got to stand up and look. Oh, good. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So all the way around with my lightest shade. Okay, and I've done about half the distance. And again, you can incorporate these ideas into any flowers you're doing. Then my second shade, and I'm going to do it coming up into it. And again, I'm pretty heavy-handed, and there's not tons of tooth in this book, so it's easy to get all that white covered going around here like this. I don't have to do so many layers of pencil. Okay, so you can see it's lighter, and then it gets a little bit darker. Then I'm going to my third shade, and I'm going to go around. Now, I'm not necessarily going in all these little divots. I'm going around like the top of each little bump piece and just going to come up. Okay, not difficult. I'm just varying how far I bring it out so that it doesn't look like one solid just circle. You don't want it to look like a donut that's been striped. You want to vary how much each color comes out so that you've got that variety. Okay, you see me bringing some of these out a little further than others. And if it doesn't blend exactly right, they're Crayola pencils, but you can still come back in and blend. And the yellows, I love the yellows. They're just so easy to do this with and not worry about making a mess. Then I can come in with my lightest one again and come all the way up to the edge. Make sure I've got that all done. And then I can still go over and make sure everything is blended. I rather put time into blending than layers. Now, a lot of people will blend as they layer, and it's kind of a toss-up because a lot of times it does work out that way. Now, I've gone to my brown, and now I'm going to do all these little V's. Just down in the corners where these little bobble areas come together, just to give a little bit of depth in there. That's all I'm doing. Not being real picky and timely on it. Just get it done. There. Okay? And then I'll come back with gold gel pen and go around and do that. And then I'll do here, and I'll do these little bits on the ends too. Okay? So that's it. Sorry I left you at the first, but I did catch you up. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you at a later date. Again, this book was specifically from Mardell's off the bargain books area. It was actually in with their regular books. But again, I don't know if it's going to be a current item or not. I have seen it on Amazon, so you could also check there. right, have fun, and I will see you later. Bye.